Anastasia Soare is known as the queen of eyebrows. Yes, there's only one queen when it comes to eyebrows. She's the founder and CEO of Anastasia Beverly Hills. She works on the brows of stars from Jennifer Lopez, Cindy Crawford, Kim Kardashian, Oprah Winfrey. Listen, if you know a famous person, your brows, chances are she has done it. She opened her Beverly Hills salon back in 1997. 3 years later, she launched her company's first eyebrow product line. Her new memoir reveals her personal journey from escaping communism in Romania to revolutionizing the beauty industry. It is called Raising Brows. I love the title. My story building a $1 billion with a B beauty empire. And first on CBS Mornings, we're happy to say that Anastasia Soare joins us here in the studio. Congrats, congrats, bravo, bravo, bravo.
Thank you, Gayle.
I love this book so much because you say this. Great brows don't happen by chance, they happen by appointment.
Correct.
Brows are the one thing you can get into shape without working out. Brows are a lifestyle, not a trend. Who knew that brows could end up making you so much money?
Well, I guess I was the only one.
You were the only one.
Yes.
But back as a kid in Romania, you had taken an art class.
Yes.
And in that art class, you learned what about brows?
That when you want to change an emotion, when you draw a portrait, you have to change eyebrows.
Yes.
So that was when I came here in the 90s, I bought a camera, disposable camera, and I realized that I look surprised because I was a victim of the 70s and 80s, over tweeze eyebrow, round and
yes.
thin.
Oh, so you come here.
Yes.
You don't really speak the language. You don't really have any money. You come from very humble beginnings. You come to join your husband. What was your plan?
Well, I had no plan.
Yeah.
I just dreamt to come to America, the land of freedom.
Yeah.
Land of freedom, because I came from a communist regime, a very terrible era in the 80s, where we couldn't, the food was scarce, we didn't have electricity. It was very bad in Romania.
But the first thing you thought is, I got to get a job.
Yes.
And you get a job and you're working in a salon.
Correct. And I realized that nobody in the 90s paid attention to eyebrows.
Yes.
So I fixed my own eyebrows and I thought I need to share this with all my clients.
Yes.
This is such an important thing that nobody ever thought. And based on what I learned in art class, golden ratio applying to
What's the golden ratio?
So if you look, I simplified the theory,
Yeah.
but when you look in the mirror,
yeah.
above middle of the inside of the nostril, your eyebrow should start right there. Outside corner of the nose, corner of the eyes, that should be the end of the eyebrow, and tip of your nose, middle of the iris, this should be the highest part. You connect the 3 points, making sure that the inner part should be lower to create a nice arch, and that should be, I created stencil and products to create the perfect
I know, but then
shape.
you're off to the races. But the journey
Yes.
to get there, though, Anastasia, you have famous people who come in.
Yes.
And you start getting press, you start getting publicity.
Yes.
You learned English watching the Oprah Winfrey Show.
I know.
And then you end up, and Oprah is one of your clients.
That was the most, my Oscar moment. This is how I call it in the book. It was phenomenal. I mean, doing her eyebrow live on TV was incredible.
But nobody believed that you could make a living out of doing brows. I mean,
Including the landlord that
Yes.
didn't want to rent me the space because he thought that shaping eyebrows, I will not be able to pay the rent in Beverly Hills.
And you said, just give me a shot. Just give me a shot.
Yeah, give me a shot. I will not take no as an answer. Even if I needed a credit card, they didn't want to give me a credit card because I had no history on bank and in banking system, and I will not leave the bank until I got the $500.
No, you literally begged. But this is the
Yes.
thing you said, no matter what it takes. Your car was so raggedy, the valet wouldn't even park it.
Yes.
But now here you are, Anastasia,
Yes.
$1 billion company, and your message is what?
Never give up. It's never too late. I was 31 when I came in this country. I was 40 when I started my own business.
Never give up.
Never give up. Don't
Never
take
too
no
late.
as an answer.
Yes.
Be agile. Always you find a solution. Do not ever give up.
Yeah, you are living proof of that. We
Yes.
thank you very much.
Thank you so much.
Queen of eyebrows. Anastasia Soare is the founder and CEO of Anastasia Beverly Hills, with celebrity clients like Jennifer Lopez, Oprah Winfrey, and Heidi Klum, just to name a few. She opened her Beverly Hills salon in 1997 and launched its first product just a few years later. Now she's out with a new memoir, Raising Brows, My Story of Building a $1 billion Beauty Empire. In it, she shares her remarkable journey to the top. Anastasia Soare joins us now, and Gayle is back because this
I'm
is such a great
crashing,
segment.
Kelly.
I love it.
I'm crashing, Kelly.
She's been raving about this book all morning.
I know. I came in and said,
So-
this book is so good because her story's so good. So I said, can I please sit in on this segment, please? So I'm here.
It's amazing. Thank you.
Well, I mean, I have to kick off because your story is so impressive. You know, growing up in Romania, so much of what you talk about in the book is never give up. What do you think about your background growing up there instilled you with the values to succeed in such a rough transition?
Well, I think living in Romania in a communist regime and with having a family that was immigrant in Romania kind of made me resilient. I learned so much about never give up and don't take no as an answer. And you always have to find a way to make it happen. You have to do it. And it takes a lot of power. I'm not saying it's easy, but I think that this is what I learned. And as well, going in school, like I was talking with Gayle and my art teacher talking about golden ratio and how to draw a portrait with, and keeping in mind that eyebrow could change an emotion. I think
And change your face.
and change your face, your look. It brings a harmony to the face.
But
This is what-
Anastasia, this is the
Yes.
thing. We all have brows.
Yes.
You know, some of our brows look better than others. Because
you have good
but I'm a person that had no brows, and you say you can make brows on anybody. But why would you think that brows? Because so many people said, your ex-husband even said, at the time, that's not going to work. A salon owner said that's not going to work. Why would you think that you could make a living doing brows?
Well, because it's a formula. The human eye is encoded to recognize balance and proportion, and then well-shaped eyebrows brings a harmony to the face.
Yes.
And everyone will look at you, even yourself, and you think, wow, I look pretty. I look great. I look powerful. I am powerful. So I think beauty
See what
always...
a brow can do?
Yes.
But in the early days, when you were trying to convince people, you were literally saying, I'll do your brows for free.
For like
You
3 years, I did eyebrow for free.
For free.
Because it wasn't considered in the early 90s a service,
Yeah.
eyebrow service. Yeah.
So interesting. It's everywhere now.
Yes.
Practically speaking, when you got to LA,
Yes.
you didn't speak English,
Yes.
you couldn't get a credit card.
Yes.
How do you overcome that?
Well, I surround myself with people that I could learn. I always said, I don't know, can you help me? And you know,
at
it's
that
the
picture,
Franklin
yes.
effect. That was the
Can you help me?
first year. Can you help me? I don't know. I don't know the financial system. I don't know anything. I don't know how to write a check. I want to learn. So I was willing to learn and use that skill that I had. And people are saying that I invented eyebrows. I think I mastered the eyebrows. I mastered my craft. I worked hours and hours to be the best that I could be. And I think it paid off.
But at the-
Clearly it did, yeah.
Because now you run a billion-dollar company.
Yeah.
You also, credit to your favorite daughter, Claudia, your
Yes.
only daughter, Claudia.
Yes.
Because, so it's you and Claudia really sort of against the world. And then your mom comes
Correct.
over from Romania. But at one point, Claudia's working in the salon. You hire her, you fire her, then
Yes.
you rehire your own daughter.
Yes, because I needed to teach her a lesson. She was late, so I needed to teach her a lesson. Business is serious. So I rehired her because she was so good in what she was doing. And then in 2012, we were traveling so much around the country. We worked 7 days a week. And she came one day and she said, Mom, maybe we don't need to travel that much. Is this app, Instagram,
Yes.
maybe we should have a presence. This was late 2011. We were the first cosmetic brand with a presence on social media.
I'm curious. You came from a communist country
Yes.
where this kind of business would not be possible.
Yeah, no.
And we live in a country here, capitalist, where a
Yes.
lot of young people don't believe in capitalism. What do you say to those young people?
This is the best country on the planet. I could go anywhere around the globe and I could never build what I built in this country. And you still could do that. You still, and that's why I wrote this book, because I want to give the confidence to everyone. They are able, if they have a dream, they are able to do it. But it's a lot of work, resilience, discipline, focus, but you could do it in this country.
Kelly, can I just point out to how she's dressed? Because back in the early days, she would come up. I met her through Oprah because she and Oprah have a thing now. But she would come in a black dress and pearls and high heels, and I go, why does this girl come dressed like? And I'd say, where are you going? And she'd go, nowhere. but you always believed in dressing the part.
I always believe, because you have to present. I'm customer
Fascinated
centric.
by that,
I
yes.
always believe in giving the best customer service to my client, and you have to be dressed. If you want to be taken serious, I thought that I have to be dressed up, and Gayle always was asking.
No, we're sitting in tennis shoes and jeans. I was fascinated by that.
Amazing.
Well,
Yes.
amazing outfit today, and
Thank
I also love the black. You can never
Yes.
go wrong with black.
How do our brows look?
Perfect. I was just, everybody's doing amazing.
Credit to our makeup artist.
Yeah, Brandy.
the makeup
Shout out to
artist.
Brandy.
Yes, yes.
All right,
Thank you.
Anastasia Soare, thank you so much, and Gayle, thank you for coming
Yes,
back.
thank you,
Thanks
Gayle.
for having me.
Back.
Raising Brows goes on sale tomorrow wherever you buy your books.
Thank you so much.